Happy Wednesday, everybody. We are going to do some practice problems today. So I'd like you to pull up your algebra tiles, which you can find in Schoology, and go ahead to work with me. You can work on a piece of paper if you want, or if you want to use some kind of whiteboard app and take pictures of the screens that you fill, that's fine too. Just submit those, be ready to submit all of this at the end to your Schoology. All right, let's get started. So let's start with backgrounds on your tiles. I want you to put in an expression mat like we've been working on. And then also pull up your tiles. Here is our first problem. So number one is 4x minus the quantity 2x minus 3. So I want us to recall what flipping up is and make a quick scan. And I can see I've got a negative in front of these parentheses. So that means I have something to go in the negative section, which will eventually need to get flipped up. So let's go ahead and build this. We've got 4x's here in the positive zone. And then this is telling me in the negative zone, I'm going to have what's in the parentheses, which is 2x and a negative 3. Oops, sorry. Get back there. And a negative 3. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. So we know that we can't have anything in the negative zone. We need to flip up. So it's two actions. We're flipping, flip, flip, and then moving up. Again, two actions, flip, and then move up. Okay. On paper, what does this look like? We are distributing that negative. Distributing is multiplication to everything inside the parentheses. So we're keeping our 4x just like you see in the blue tiles. A negative times a positive 2x is going to make a negative 2x. And a negative times a negative 3 is going to make a positive 3. Next, let's put together the like terms. So I can see I have x's here. That gives me 2 0 pairs. Let's move these guys over. These are all 0 pairs. So I can get rid of this whole amount. Let's see if I can highlight it. Can I highlight it with this pen? Can I highlight it with my finger? No, not really. Let's just pluck them off. Doop, doop, doop. And that's it for like terms. So we get 2x plus 3. Let's look at it over here on the scoreboard. So we have, let's put a color. Oh, let's use red. I like red. I'm going to circle my x terms, this 4x and a negative 2x, throw them on a scoreboard. So 4x is positive, 2x is negative, positives win, and they win by 2x's. And then I have the plus 3, that's on its own. And so that matches up with what we have over here. Okay, let's try another one. Oops, I wanted black, sorry. Black. So number 2. Okay, number 2, we have 2x minus the quantity of negative x plus 1. So let me clear my tiles. All right, so we have 2 x's. That's just going to go in the positive zone. And then, yes, we have a flip up. So this negative out in front of the parentheses means that everything in the parentheses will go into the negative zone. So we're putting a negative x in the negative zone, and we're putting a positive 1 in the negative zone. Well, we know anything in the negative zone needs to be flipped up. So flip it and move it up. Flip it and move it up. So to show it on the paper, the 2x remains unchanged. This negative is getting distributed, which is multiplication, to each term inside. So a negative times a negative x, negative times a negative makes a positive x. It's positive 1x. I'm going to put the 1 there. And a negative times a positive 1, negative times a positive is a negative. So that's negative 1. Next we combine our like terms. I can see these x's are like, and that's it. And so we have 3x minus 1. When we look over here, let's get a color. I'll jazz it up a little bit. So when we go ahead and circle our x's, we've got 2x here and 1x here. That makes a total of 3x. And then we have a single number here for negative 1, and that matches what we have over there for the algebra tiles. Okay, let's try one more. Okay, so number 3, we have, this is a long one, negative x plus 4 minus x squared plus 2 minus 3x plus 1. Yeah, I told you it was a long one. Okay, clear tiles. Let's go ahead and build this. So negative x, we can put that right into the positive zone. Positive 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, let's skim the whole thing. Do you see anything that needs to go into the negative zone at all? Any parentheses with a negative out in front? Nope. So build it all in the positive zone. Negative x squared plus 2 minus 3x. So 3 negative x's. And the last is plus 1. That right there. All right, let's combine the like terms. Let me go ahead and get my x's together. So this x can join with these x's. Let's get my 1's together. I'm not getting any 0 pairs out of these. Okay, so let's see it on paper. If we put the x terms together, we have a negative 1x, and we have a negative 3x, and that's it for x terms. Remember, x squared is not the same as an x term. Let's throw it on the scoreboard. So 1x is negative, and 3x is also negative. That gives you 4x, and it's negative. So negative 4x. Let's try peek. Now we'll do the numbers. There's a positive 4. There's a positive 2. There's a positive 1. They're all positive. I don't think we need a scoreboard for this. So 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. So plus 7. And then last, let's use an orange. Last we have a negative x squared. Okay, so let me show you real, this is fine, this is the same. We've got a negative 4x, just like we have here. We have a positive 7 ones, like we have in the algebra tiles, oops, and we have a negative x squared. Usually we would list this the highest power term down to the lowest, so usually we call it descending order. Then we put that negative x squared out in front, and then next would come the negative 4x. And then last would be the plus 7. All right, I'm going to give you 2 to try on your own. Let's see if I can figure out how to clear this. I think I know how. Where was it? Clear canvas. Boop. Okay. And boop. Okay, so I want you to try these 2 on your own. Oops, I don't like the orange. I want to put it in black. So use your iPad to help you. Let's say we have negative times the quantity 2x plus 4 plus x minus 6. And then the last one, negative times the quantity 5 minus 3x 2x squared minus 3. So I want you to try those two, and when you're finished, I want you to submit these 5 problems to me on Schoology. All right, have a great day. Happy practicing. Bye. Actually, I'm going to stay on. Pause it, work them out yourself, and then I'm going to show you the worked out answers. I'm not going to include the algebra tiles on it, but I'll show you the worked out answers. So pause it, and then I'll show you the worked out answers. Okay. Answer time. All right, so I'm going to take this negative. I'm going to distribute it inside the parentheses. That's multiplication. So negative times 2x makes negative 2x. Negative times 4 makes negative 4. I'm going to bring down the plus x. I'm going to call it 1x. Let's say plus 1x. And then the negative 6. Now it's time to combine like terms. So you never combine like terms until all the parentheses are gone. So let's get our x's together. So we have negative 2x and we have positive 1x. Throw them on a scoreboard. 2x is negative, 1x is positive. The negatives win, and they win by 1x or x. Let's change color. Blue. Negative 4 and negative 6. Throw them on a scoreboard. Remember, we're combining, so 4 is negative, 6 is negative. Altogether it gives us 10, and it's still negative. So minus 10. So that is the answer to number 4. Let's try number 5. Again, I'm going fast because you were supposed to try them on your own, so this is just a quick check. So in number 5, yes, we have some flip up. We have a negative in front of parentheses. We're going to distribute that to both terms inside. So negative times 5 gives me negative 5. Negative times negative 3x gives me positive 3x. Bring down my plus 2x and my minus 3. Let's combine like terms. Well, let's do some pink. So there's plane 5 as a number. Other plane numbers would be negative 3. Make the scoreboard. 5 is negative. 3 is negative. It gives us 8, and it's negative. So I get negative 8. Change colors. Let's go with purple. So we have positive 3x and positive 2x. I don't think we need a scoreboard for that. That gives us positive 5x. Or if we were to put it in descending order, we would have the 5x come first and then the negative 8. Either way is fine. Those are your final answers. Okay, take a picture of that if you're working on paper, or take some screenshots and turn in numbers 1 through 5 on Schoology. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.